Carly Fiorina is now in Cruz's court. She's live now to talk about that. How are you? And good morning to you from sunny Florida. I tell you, it was a surprise to see you come on stage yesterday. There was no warning. There was no heads up. But when I saw it, I wondered, wow, when did the conversion take place? So explain to us today, when did you become a fan of Ted Cruz?
You know, I ran for president, Bill, as you know, because I think the system is rigged. The game is rigged, and we need someone who's going to challenge the system. I think only a real conservative can do that. And so when I went into the voting booth last Tuesday during the Virginia primary, I had a tough choice to make. I hadn't had a conversation with Ted Cruz about endorsing him, but I had to vote. And I saw my own name on the ballot. That was thrilling, and I looked at all the other names, and I concluded the only real conservative who will challenge the system, has demonstrated his courage and willingness to do so, is Ted Cruz. And by the way, he is the only guy who's beaten Donald Trump, and we need to beat Donald Trump
at the ballot box. You were pretty forceful about Trump yesterday, but what's wrong with Kasich? What's wrong with Rubio?
I don't think Kasich or Rubio are conservatives. Let's just start there. I don't think they have a track record of challenging the system. That's really important. And they also can't win. They can't beat Donald Trump. They have no prayer. And that's why now the Republican Party needs to unify behind Ted Cruz so that he can take Donald Trump on head-to-head, beat him at the ballot box, fair and square, and then go on and beat Hillary Clinton.
Kasich has an election in his home state on Tuesday. And you know if he wins Ohio, he's going to make the case that he should go all the way. Why would you argue against that?
Well, look, it isn't up to me. That isn't up to me. That's up to John Kasich and his campaign. I can't spend my time worrying about what they're going to do. What I will tell you is, even if John Kasich does win Ohio, he doesn't have a path.
And that's the question.
He doesn't have a path.
Okay. Why does he not have a path?
He can't rack up the delegates. Because of the math. Because of the math, Bill. Look, even if he wins Ohio, and he may well, even if he wins Ohio, he is so far back in the delegate count that he cannot possibly catch up. But it's also, you're asking an important question. You know, we have a little over 40% of the delegates left to be awarded. Ted Cruz is going to pick up delegates on Tuesday. He's going to pick up delegates, and he's going to keep inching closer and closer to Donald Trump. But the only way to beat Donald Trump is to give someone, and I believe that someone is Ted Cruz, the opportunity to go head-to-head with Donald Trump. By the way, I find Donald Trump's calling Ted Cruz, you know, Lion Ted, pretty rich, because Donald Trump is selling the biggest lie of all. And the lie is that he's going to challenge the system. He's not. He is the system. He's one of those big, powerful, wealthy, well-connected people who have rigged the game for their own benefit. That is why he asks voters to pledge their loyalty to him. It's exactly backwards. The President of the United States needs to pledge his or her loyalty to the American people.
You know, Ted Cruz made the case at the very beginning that he would win evangelicals, and that has not turned out to be the case. He made the argument that he would win Reagan Democrats, and it turns out that Trump is winning both those categories. It appears that Republicans, and I know you don't consider yourself establishment, I'm not putting you in that category either, but this is a time of choosing very soon. And it's going to be make a choice between Trump or make a choice between Cruz. How's that going to go for the party?
Well, it is one of the reasons that I endorsed Ted Cruz, because I think the choice is very clear. The choice of the leader of our party between Ted Cruz, a proven conservative who has fought the battles for the issues that we care about, versus Donald Trump, that choice is crystal clear, I think. But I also think that Donald Trump has got to get beaten fair and square. By the way, you know, let's be honest, the narrative coming out of the media is part of the problem. Last Tuesday night, Fox News cuts, and every other network, by the way, to be fair, cuts to a full hour of Donald Trump live and basically doesn't even mention that Ted Cruz beat John Kasich in Michigan, or that Ted Cruz won Idaho, or that Ted Cruz continues to rack up delegates while everyone else is falling further and further behind.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we are waiting.
Has decided who the nominee is.
It's an excellent point. We're going to debate it next hour. But in all fairness, Ted Cruz did not hold a speech on Tuesday night. Had he, we certainly would have carried at least part of that, as you know. But I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, but I guess I sort of assumed that the surprise of Ted Cruz inching out Kasich in Michigan was actually news. Well, apparently it wasn't.
Carly Fiorina, thank you for your time.